Peace and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. We burn shit down around here. What is the kind of shit that we burn down? Well, mainly oppression. Any kind of oppression you can think out. And yes, if it were that easy just to set oppression ablaze for us to be free, surely we would have burned the shit down a long time ago. Howsomever, it obviously takes a little bit more than that. So, but in the interim, we are going to keep these fires burning and these embers a smoldering. I'm so appreciative that you guys have made some time to come kick it. We are going to make this a very synced show. The goal is to do a hard out at 8 p.m. You know what? I think we can do it, y'all. We're gonna set our mind to it and get all that shit did. So, I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Check in with me if you could. Hold on, let me get into the chat. Couple things. Let me a couple things real quick. First of all, one of our fire fam members has launched YouTube channel, and I want us to go and subscribe and support. And who am I talking about? I'm talking none other than Mr. Blue Light himself, the one and only Infinite Content Soul Brother 215. Y'all know his name. Y'all see him in the comments. Y'all see him in the chat. Y'all see him giving me the blues when he come up here on the live. Launched his own YouTube channel, everybody. So follow Infinite Content on YouTube. I believe that is the name of your channel. Is that right? Infinite Content? Infinite Content on YouTube. So we want to encourage the diversification and the multiplication of our kinds of voices out here. So please go follow the good bruv Infinite to get that good information from our Philly bro out there. So what I wanted to say, real quick, you guys, I have been listening to an audiobook about Catherine, the Russian empress from the 18th century. And I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, nigga, great. Like, I'm listening to this shit. I'm fucking with Catherine. This shit is like Game of Thrones, but actually happened. I come to find out who knew that I have a interest in Russian history, but I'm so interested in this book. I've not been able to turn it off. It's been quite revelatory. I think I shared this. Damien, didn't I tell you this? And somebody else in the was it Abby that I told in the disability support chat. I said, yeah, this Catherine the Great. She had 3 baby daddies. She had husband deposed off the throne. I said, I dig this philosophy, Catherine. And so far, I have not detected any racism. But you know, the Russians and the Europeans at that point in time in history, they was happy just to oppress each other. They left, except for England, well, and France, and then Belgium. Okay, never mind. Well, Russians were to just oppress each other. So, and the whole issue of how serfdom worked in Russia, it resembles a lot like slavery, except they just enslaved basically their own country people to such a life. So anyway, I wanted to share that with y'all. Catherine the Great. I think we have a lot in common. April 21st. What does that make her? Aries? Not sure. Regardless, let me get into this chat here and say what's up so we can get into the show. We got a show in store for you guys today. I wanted to talk about a court case ruling coming out of Texas pertaining to the 18-year-old Barbers Hill ISD high school junior or senior. I can't recall. I know the boy is 18. His name is Daryl George. As you can recall, Daryl George has been placed or was placed on suspension pretty much since the beginning of the school year. So now we're talking several months because he wore locks. This in spite of the Crown Act allegedly protecting colored people's hair, black people's hairstyles, protective hairstyles, and the way that black folks wear our Crown Act is in place in Texas. Texas don't give a fuck about laws. laws. So anyway, Daryl's parents sued. Judge actually held and sided with the school district. So I want us to get into that story, talk about the ways in which black children are excluded from education or criminalized in some way simply for existing, simply for their scalp the way that it does. And the semantics and the games that white people play comes to black people's appearance. And it certainly begins when black people are black children. So, they try to beat it out of us as kids. So by the time we get to be adults, that's why so many people were straightening and in their hair in the 80s and 90s because, we ain't want to unprofessional out here. Fuck that bullshit. Anyway, so I'm gonna get into that. Also, my first story coming up is all about the disruptors. Y'all, what I tell you, the people, them have been out here bringing the mother ruckus to the likes of Clinton, to the likes of State Anthony Blinken, even to Democratic favorite Maryland Congressman Jamie Raskin. Oh, they even Jamie Raskin the business. No, I want us to look at that as a bit of a highlight reel, so we can, some encouragement, some inspiration, and some fist bumps, and some, just rooting and cheering for the shit. That's what I'm talking about. So I want us to see that, be inspired by that. Yeah. So anyway, let me say what's up to y'all. What's up, y'all? What we got up in here? Oh, y'all coming in hot. I love it. You guys, Molly has been cranking out. We are up over 400 subscribers for the month. Oh, I know for them big time YouTubers, them niggas get 400 subscribers in 10 minutes. I get that, but we ain't big time. We little time over here. So for us to get 400 subscribers in a month, nigga, more than I should say. It's a BFD around these parts. Anyway, what's up, Chad? There go my niece Alicia. Alicia, thank you so much for your Cash App support, sweetheart. Yes, we are in the middle of our fundraiser. I'm gonna look at that in a little bit. But in the interim, thank you to everybody that has already contributed and joined and did all the things. Hold on, let me say what's up to y'all. What's up, Holly? Thank you so much. Ooh, who is this? Lovely lady. We'll take you. Thank you so much, lovely lady. This is a space for lovely ladies. In case there goes Mama Lorraine. Thank you so much, Mama Lorraine, for being here. Can I, un momento, por favor, can I shout out and big up to my mods? What's up to the good bruv Latif? What is up to the good sister and Courtney? Courtney. We want to say what's up to Courtney. What's up to Sim? And we want to tell everybody that we some real ones out here. Shout out to Anna, Mama Lorraine, and Abby as well. When I tell you guys that we actually have a community over here, it's not a lie. it is the actual factual. Like I'm still continually blown away by the level of compassion, by the sense of connection and the reaching out. Like I'm quite bad at reaching out. So when there are people around like who do reach out to me, and thank you guys for not getting mad when I don't reply. I'm not replying on purpose. I get overwhelmed, but understand that, and that is what I appreciate. So I want to thank everybody in this community. Special love going out to Anna, Mama Lorraine, and Abby. Shout out, are you Fernie French in the buildings? I see John Kemper in the building. Nat A, what's up, Tennessee? What's going on out there, baby girl? Sugar Shan, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you making the time. What's up, Sith Lord Prince, 40J Blaze? Look at my all-stars up in here. Wendy's up in here. I love to see it. Who else is up in here? Hold on. Y'all know Auntie got an auntie for a second. I gotta scroll. Click, screenshot. Oh, magnify, bam. Y'all know how we do. Let's see. There go Lady Alex. Thank you so much for being here, sis. Love to see you guys. There go Cord. Hey, Cord. I'm so happy to see you, Courtney. Thank you so much for making the time hang out. Hey, Simba. Hey, Simba. Are you watching Simba? Simba, Bagheera got your shout out, but unfortunately, Bagheera's ornery and not dog friendly. So did not say what's up back. Bagheera said December 1. And then I showed her how big Simba is, and she said, never mind. She likes to keep it sporting. Bagheera doesn't usually antagonize little dogs. She only likes to fight dogs her size or bigger. Because that's how she keeps it sporting. You know what I'm saying? Bagheera's a gentle woman out here, as it were. We love Simba. Don't we love Simba? We do love Simba. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. What's up, 99? Thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate you. All right, y'all. So I want us to get into the good news first. Okay. Well, first of all, it's not exactly good news. Not quite exactly good news. Everybody do me a favor. give the video a thumbs up, like, subscribe to the channel, Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Support us on the cash platforms, UKB, or send us some cash apps or super chats, whatever the fuck. Anyway, not exactly good news. Obviously, the genocide continues in Palestine under the watchful eye of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, authority of the IDF, and under the tacit approval of the United States of America. Enforced with American artillery, right? So we're talking 30,000 Palestinians dead, 2/3 of those women and children. I believe 15,000 Palestinian children have been slaughtered as a result of this. And horrifically, there does not seem to be an end in sight, right? Because the state has the authority, sole authority pretty much, on violence. But what the people have are our voices and our wills. And because there are so many that have come out, so many politicians, so many powerful people, not just the Biden administration, but, every has come out in some way in agreement for. And Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State herself, likely war crimes. Wasn't Hillary Secretary of State when Obama destroyed Libya, when Obama assassinated the sovereign leader of Libya, Muammar Gaddafi? Yep, that was Hillary. That was her. Hillary has got blood on her hands going back long time. And she was in Berlin, Germany for a fundraiser or some sort of shit that white liberals get together to do to pat themselves on the back to make themselves feel better. Some shit called the Cinema of Peace. I don't really give a fuck what it was, because you know why? Because any organization or any event or gathering that would welcome the likes of Hillary Clinton as an honored guest, I can only assume this organization is piss poor, right? If not in actual monies, but actually piss poor in character. Would that be accurate? Yes. So I want us to take a look at some clips, y'all, because Hillary was out there, amongst the glitterati, some actors, actresses out there. But guess who else was out there? Pro-Palestinian supporters. People not afraid to loud, as Kalechi would say, to loud up the thing and pop off. And this is the shit that we are for. Because, gang, if we actually ourselves commit violence against those that are green lighting violence against innocence, then the least we can do is in public. The least we could do is try to make these people feel some modicum of shame. I mean, I know you cannot shame demons. Good luck trying to shame the devil, right? That's a saying for a reason. You cannot shame the devil. You cannot shame an actual demon. A demon does not feel shame. But they do feel embarrassment, as Kalechi also would say, embarrassment. So I want to get a couple clips. Let us please take it to Germany, Berlin. Shout out to Mali. Let's take it to Berlin and watch the people get in Hillary Clinton's shit. Let's take a look.
Genocide! You're supporting genocide! Can't you see? You're supporting genocide! You're supporting genocide! Hillary, you can't hide! Hillary, you can't hide! You're supporting genocide!
The attack on October 7th was a terrorist attack that caused the greatest loss of life of Jewish people since the Holocaust.
Hillary Clinton, how dare you speak about human rights while Palestinians are being murdered in the name of protections of human rights? It has nothing to do with human rights. It has nothing to do with the protection of Jewish people. All you care is about white supremacy. Shame on you. Shame on you. Free Palestine.
Israel is not defending itself. It's a genocide that you're paying for. And then you talk about women's rights? Are you serious? What women's right are you talking about? There's a genocide committed by the USA, the government that you're standing under, and now you're speaking cinema for peace. We are watching a cinema of genocide.
We are in a democratic country, and everybody's free to vote for the politicians that he wants to vote for.
Be ashamed of yourself! Free Palestine! You have blood on your hands! Free!
about the Palestinian people, whose rights you deny, whose genocide you support. You talk about extrajudicial killings. You have been responsible for the killings of hundreds of Pakistanis. You have supported wars in Afghanistan, in Iraq, all over the Middle East. You are a war criminal. You are a hypocrite. Shame on you. Shame on all of you for supporting imperialism.
Passions, concerns about Israel's assault on Gaza to hunt down those responsible for the horrors of October 7th. You have said this is war. Still, are you not shocked by the high civilian casualty numbers in Gaza? Of course, I'm not shocked, because that's what happens in wars. But
Yes. Oh, damn. I'm just quoting Kalechi all over this place. I just want to call Hillary Clinton, see you next Tuesday. CUNT. Ooh, that was so cunty. I'm definitely not shocked. I mean, after all, people do die in war. Fuck you. You CUNT. Oh, you guys. So that's not going to get covered likely on American national news, on mainstream news outlets. Maybe it'll get a blurb, maybe. Well, these people, the protesters, that is, the pro-Palestinian protesters, are usually dismissed as radicals and people that are much in public and all of this. They don't represent a good number of the good regular folks out here. No, it is a wonderful thing to see somebody like Hillary Clinton. She's a very powerful person, you guys. I mean, former first lady, former secretary of state, loser to Donald Trump. Put that on your resume, bitch. To see her get the business in this way internationally in a NATO allied country, like, come on, don't come. Berliners were like, don't come over here with this shit. I appreciate that. And 2 weeks ago, Hillary Clinton, what was it? Columbia University. I saw that where her speech at university was interrupted brilliantly, by the way. So obviously this is a trend. This is a pattern that I hope will continue. I mean, people post up like officials' homes, the public officials, that is, because they're a part of the elites. You can't come to my house. Why not? Don't you the US Gestapo to people's fucking houses? Aren't people in Palestine being dispossessed and displaced from their homes right now based off US policies? Even when Hillary Clinton was in positions of political power, she was greenlighting all of that shit. So yes, and look at her face. You shall know the demons by the haggard appearance. I'm trying to, but it wasn't just Hillary Clinton, everybody. So there has been a sustained campaign of protest outside of the suburban Virginia home, Secretary of State Antony Blinken. And poor Mr. Blinken. Mr. Blinken is so upset. He doesn't understand why these people are camped out in front of his house, scaring his children, not to give any consideration to the Palestinian children who have bombs and missiles flying over their head for the past 100 plus days. He's not worried about how those children feel and how the parents of those children feel, to know that 15,000 of them have been submerged. But I want us to highlight, if we could, some of the actions that have been taken outside of Antony Blinken's home, guys, his house. This I'm talking about. This is the shit I'm here for. If Palestinians cannot rest safely and comfortably, why should Antony Blinken? Why should Hillary Clinton? Why should any of these motherfuckers comfortable whenever they show their face in public? Or again, Antony Blinken, his house is his house, no doubt. But nigga, you want the people, so you people, so your shit is public too. And if you don't want to be public, nigga, it's really that simple. But let's go to the good TikTok, you guys. Updates from the soldiers, the soldiers of Jah out here, the people's army out here that has been posted up outside of Antony Blinken's house, never letting him forget for a second that it is his policies that is helping to further exacerbate an ongoing genocide in Gaza. Let's take a look.
I told you guys I was an ugly crier, and I'm not lying. I was going to initially come on here. Today is our third day camping at the United States Secretary of State's house. I was initially going to come on here and show you all the breakfast and the awesome stuff. We got rained on really badly last night. A lot of our tents flooded, but it's totally okay. We're privileged and can change and have people bringing us warm stuff. But I was going to show you the amazing breakfast setup. And then I opened my Instagram and saw a video of a mother fleeing in Gaza who her son got shot and killed by the IDF. And she doesn't want to leave his body behind to evacuate. So she's literally holding on to his body, crying. He's limp and dead over her shoulder. And she doesn't want to leave him. And all I can imagine is how many mothers and fathers and people have to leave their family. And just the fact that this man, Blinken, can sit in this house protected by security, protected by everything, and rain terror on the world. That's why we're out here. That's why I don't give an absolute shit that my feet are fucking freezing. We got rained on so bad. Here we go. Literally all of our shoes got soaked. And again, this is not about us. We're not some saviors. We're not heroes. We're not any of that. Everyone keeps calling us heroes. We're not heroes. We can't even stop this. We're trying. We're trying everything we can, but we can't stop this. And we're going to keep doing everything we can. I mean, here's like literally our tents got completely soaked. There you go. And the videos coming out of Gaza, people's tents are getting completely soaked in Gaza. They have nowhere to run. They have nowhere to hide. They have no warm tents to go to. They can't just get out and have people drop off breakfast for them. But anyway, we're going to fight like fucking mad. We're going to yell like fucking mad today. We're going to make sure this administration knows that they are not only on the wrong side of history, but that we're going to call them accountable for their inhumanity. And I can't even stomach watching pictures and videos out of Gaza anymore. I can't even stomach it. As a mother, as a human, as a daughter, as a sister, as a wife, I can't stomach it. I can't for a minute imagine what I would do if my son was murdered by some barbaric, savage Israeli military and I had to leave his body behind to evacuate and save myself. I don't know what I would do. Would I be that mother and cling on to his lifeless body? I don't know. I don't know. I hope I never have to know, but it's disturbing how many people do have to know. And this is not just in Palestine, this is also in Syria, in Yemen, and Sudan, and so many parts of the world. And we are so blessed. We're so blessed. All these little children that literally just don't even understand the world yet are crying out for their mom and there's no one there for them. Don't even understand the world yet are experiencing excruciating physical pain and trembling with fear and trembling out of pain, and there's no one there to comfort them. And that's why we're out here. Yeah, yesterday we had, we scream, we have music and we have sound horns, and we're processing also. This is collective therapy, I feel, in a big way for a lot of people that just feel like there's nothing we can do. And so we're out here doing what we can, but it's not fun and games. So many of us weep at night. So many of us just are broken, feeling helpless, and that's why we're out here. Yeah, we're not heroes, man. We're not a hero, and if we could do more, trust me, I would be. And today, I fought back against the cops for political exemptions for sound. Yesterday, they told us that we couldn't use sound, and we learned that we do fall under political and religious exemptions, and so we will be exercising that. We will be coming back at this with the loudest fucking bullhorns, with the loudest speakers. We will continue to fight and make that guy so uncomfortable. But anyway, so yeah, let's hold off on the honking. They arrested someone this morning. We have people honking organically. One of our group members got arrested for obstruction of justice for refusing to show her ID. You know, they're mad that we're here. They're pissed off that we're here. So we're trying to stick within the parameters of the rules while we're here. And we will continue to exercise our First Amendment rights. And religious and political exemptions are there as protected First Amendment speech. And so we're going to continue to do that this morning and go back. But just lay off on the honking at least until 10 a.m. when the sound ordinance is there. And just know that they're ready after what we did yesterday to give out tickets for traffic violations for honking. Just be careful about that, and wait till maybe this evening or later this afternoon. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go try to hopefully enjoy my sandwich, even though it's really hard to stomach anything these days. And yeah, we have volunteers that are taking our shoes and blankets to dry them because we got pretty soaked. And look at my cute little feet in this weather. Oh, yay. Sotomayor on Biden. That's all I can think right now. Sotomayor on Biden. Biden and Blinken. That's Blinken's house right there. All right, y'all. I'll be back later. That magic time of the day, 7 a.m. Woo! We are... No, I'm flipping. Here we go.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. We're gonna go and wake up this man. The lights in the house just turned on, but anyway, yalla guys. We got a blinky morning time routine. Wakey, war criminal. Good morning, you war criminal. How is your genocide coffee? How is your genocide coffee? How many kids did you kill while you were sleeping? Also, I heard your kids are bothered by us and asking questions. And so you had to black out the windows of their car. And as we were talking out here with people, they said, oh, they're only 3 and 5. They do not understand. Now imagine for 1 second, your 3 and 5-year-old were trapped under rubble. Do Palestinian children in Gaza not have emotion? Do they understand being trapped under rubble? You coward! You can protect your children with blankets over their windows. We will continue to be loud and ensure that they ask you questions. How dare you think that the privacy of your children is more important than stopping the genocide you're committing against Palestinian children, you criminal! How dare you think your children can just go to and from to their cozy house without knowing that their father is contributing and directly complicit in murdering children just like them. Disgusting! You and your security apparatus that somehow think that your lives are more valuable. Wake up call! They are not! None of you have any right to say that you deserve peace and quiet. You war criminal!
Shame!
Disgusting that you even had the audacity to come and ask us to stop yelling when your children are going by.
Shame!
How dare you! When children in Gaza cannot escape the trauma and the terror of your barbaric savagery with American bombs raining over their heads every minute of every day.
Shame!
While you want to shelter your children from yelling of protesters, you hypocritical person. Shame on you, disgusting. And how dare you guys keep calling the Arlington Police Department? We are in our constitutional rights to be here. Call all you want. You cannot get rid of us. We're not leaving. Over 10,000 Palestinian children have been murdered. 10 children a day lose their arms and their legs. I want to see you explain that to your children from the privilege of your ivory castle. You can build as many fences as you want. You can put up as much black tarping. You can increase your security apparatus. We do not give a damn because we know that you can hear us, and we know that we're adding a lot of pressure on you, and we know that we are now getting visibility for holding you accountable. So continue to try to silence us. It is not working.
We won't be silenced.
No matter how black your fence is, it does not take away the blackness of your heart.
Shame.
Moral decay. Disgusting shame of a leader. We're going to be out here all day. We're not going anywhere. And as you travel on your trip tomorrow, your wife and children are staying behind. How do you think it feels like to be in Gaza and all these families having lost their fathers, their grandfathers, and their brothers? We aren't going anywhere. Shame on you. All right, we are ready this morning. Ready to douse this man. Today I'm full of rage after they told us to stop annoying his kids. Disturbing, exact word, disturbing his children. As if Blinken or Biden or anybody in America's children are more entitled to peace and security when their own fathers are raining terror down on the world. Absolutely not. All right, we are going to, I'm going to hang up this so we can get ready for our blood dump. I'll try to come back on live video for that. All right, yo. That's why I have no voice. They banned us from using a megaphone, but damn well they can still hear us. All right, peace. Netanyahu's lapdog! You're Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! He's in the car! He's in the car! Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! Netanyahu's lapdog! War criminal! War criminal! War...
Were you guys as encouraged by that as I was? Were you moved as I was listening to the people out there describe, number one, what's happening on the ground in Palestine? I mean, there's so many horrific stories, you guys. I mean, if you if you listen to every single one of them, you would really be despondent. You would not be able to get out of bed. It is such a depressing thing, and so many are just blissfully ignorant or willfully, intentionally not giving a fuck, right? But there are quite a few people out there that do give a fuck, and they give a fuck enough to go out there to post up in Arlington, Virginia, ritzy schmitzy out there, might I add. I'm surprised the Arlington police let them people stay there, but our folks are well researched and well apprised of the law, and obviously staying confines of the law to make sure that their protest outside of Secretary Blinken's house continues. But aren't you guys encouraged to know that that is happening? And I can feel the sisters' pain. You know, them being outside of Blinken's house doesn't stop bombs from falling in Palestine or bombs from falling and missiles from falling in Gaza. But what it does do is to remind Anthony Blinken, nigga, this shit ain't cool. like this shit ain't sweet out here for you, not for your wife, not for your small children. You know what I'm saying? And nor do I wish pain or trauma on any child. But you know, Anthony Blinken's kid, very nice house under Secret Service protection. You know what I'm saying? The ends are meeting like a motherfucker in the Blinken household. Not so much in Gaza. Not so much in Rafah. Not so much all the places where Israeli missiles, pardon me, American missiles fired by the Israelis, have cratered homes, neighborhoods, churches, mosques, hospitals. Like, war crimes are literally happening. You cannot bomb hospitals. You cannot murder members of the press. There was a report issued this week, I believe, by the United Nations, if I'm not mistaken, sending out alarm that Palestinian and girls are being subjected to rape and sexual assault by Israeli soldiers, right? Now, if you remember, in the immediate days and hours after October 7th, we heard all these about Hamas soldiers coming over into Israel and raping women and beheading babies. But where? Who? When? I haven't seen an interview of a parent of a so-called beheaded baby yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hillary Clinton endorsed all of that rhetoric, right? And Anthony Blinken, obviously, from and with the authority of the White House and with the full authority of the United States government, reinforces these lies. But do they talk about the atrocities that Israel is committing against innocent Palestinian civilians? Nope, sure don't. All we hear is Biden is troubled, but he's not too fucking troubled. He's still over there sending munitions and artillery, so he ain't troubled at all. But listen, can't stop, won't stop. Let's keep it going. Thursday, round the way, round here, Congressman Jamie Raskin. You guys know who Jamie Raskin. Raskin oversaw like the January 6th investigation. We saw Jamie Raskin actually has a national profile. He represents Montgomery County, again, a very ritzy schmitzy, well, somewhat. There's some regular folks in Mo County too. Regardless, it's a high income area. Yeah. So Raskin, I believe, this nigga announced that he was running for Senate. I can't remember, but I don't give a fuck what he was doing. Let me see what the people in them was doing. Pro-Palestinian protesters showed up to a Raskin event and gave Democrat, Maryland Democrat, no less, gave Jamie Raskin the absolute fucking business. This clip of the big homie, Chuck Modiano. Let's go. Check it out.
All right. We're going to talk about it. Thank you for coming.
Stop arming Israel. Stop genocide.
All right. Are you guys psyched to be here for the 2024 election? You know what? Let me just please leave her alone for a second. Let me just grab the bull by the horns. And I'm sorry. Okay. Do you think you're the only person who cares about people in Gaza and people in Israel? Do you think you're the only one? Okay, well, we've heard what you have to say. We've heard what you have to say. Let me say this. You obviously have no idea what I've been doing in the Congress of the United States. You obviously have no idea. Let me start with that. Number two.
First time I've met with you, we've tried to push you on this issue. We are here today
Okay.
because you believe.
You know what? Okay, at this point, I don't think you're positively influencing anybody in the crowd, and I know you're not.
I have every right to you,
me.
okay?
You guys.
Freedom to You need to leave.
Wait, who are you? Are you security?
Who are you? Where are your credentials?
Are you security?
Where are your credentials?
Please, man. Mind your business. I'll show you the credentials. Filming is a right.
You are at fault, Jamie Raskin. Stop arming Israel now! Jamie Raskin! Stop arming Israel!
Who are you?
We are leaving. We are deserve to be heard.
Are you against
Jamie
To see that. Listen, you guys, there's no innocent hands in Congress save Rashida Tlaib, right? I don't know who else is out there really loudening up in Congress on behalf of the Palestinians. Now, we have seen a lot of these conflictly Democrats talk out of both sides of their neck. I think last week that I played the clip from Maryland Senator Van Hollen, who laid it down very what is happening in Gaza, the humanitarian crisis happening, and then this motherfucker turned around 10 minutes later and voted in favor of more military aid to Israel and to cut humanitarian aid to Palestine. So these motherfuckers say one thing and do the other, and we're paying attention, okay? I encourage to see liberal Democrats have people, I love to see people in a shit because liberal Democrats think that they are on the moral high ground, especially versus the MAGA Republicans and Trump and the like, right? But they're not. They're not. This is where Democrats and Republicans really share a lot in common. Like they are in bipartisan agreement of the further militarization of America, right? Internally and externally, and abroad. And this is what, as our comrades at BPM keep telling us, these are the connections. Like this is why we stand in support of Palestine and against Zionist Israel, because the same tactics that are being used even prior to the explosion of the war, but the harassment, the kidnapping, basically the stealing of Palestinians from off of the streets, the imprisoning of Palestinians, the assault, the theft of lambs from Palestinians, the violence that Palestinians being subjected to even prior to the explosion of the war on October 7th. These are the same things that American police do to Black people and brown people right here. Like these are the same niggas, okay? They are doing the same shit. And Jamie Raskin, yeah, he might have over the January 6th inquiry and to hold Trump accountable. Well, hold yourself accountable for voting in favor of genocide. What Joe Biden is ultimately supporting in Netanyahu's dispossessing and of Palestine, Gaza, the West from Palestinians, and the settlers, the Zionists to come in and just steal. So, gang, do me a favor. I would like to make this a feature, if we could. If there is a politician in and around where you live, where pro-Palestinian protesters or people that support the migrants at the southern border, climate protesters, free Black people here in America protesters, anybody that is given any public official, I don't give a fuck if it's the goddamn dog catcher. Like if the dog catcher's out here out of pocket, somebody's going to organize a protest. I want to know about it. I want to see it. So if there are clips of these type of scenes circulating around, I want you to tag me at BIDWKB on Twitter. Never call that shit X. We only know fucking Malcolm, Darkman, Dot. Those are the only X's we acknowledge. No fucking Elon Musk X. We call that bitch Twitter. It's gonna be Twitter forever. So tag me on Twitter or tag me on Instagram at BID because I want to see way more of this. Let me take a quick break. Because I'm gonna scale through all this really quickly. Listen, guys, we are in the middle of our fundraiser. On Tuesday, I'm going to do a roll call. Maybe in the vein of Little John, maybe a real nigga roll call. One of my favorite Little John songs, by the way. But even for the ends and ends, we're going to do a roll call on Tuesday on everybody that has supported the channel. Shout out to KJ Sakuna. KJ ran us a super chat this past Tuesday of $10, and it was as we were closing out the show, and I didn't see it until after we logged off. So thank you, KJ Sakuna, for your support. And here come Big One Hundo with the 10 on it. I appreciate you, Schultzy. Schultzy says, I did my assignment Frankie Beverly, yeah, and Schultze. Look at that, a man with discerning taste. Respect. What'd you say? Said the whites. You don't know. I know they don't know, Schultze. I got a call. the black coward and admonished me. Like, what do cannot you cannot put white people on the Frankie Beverly. I guess I can. I'm sorry. You are so welcome. So glad that you enjoyed the amazing silky stylings of Frank Beverly and Maze. Yes. Golden time of day, running away, can't over you. What else am I favorite? I got a lot of favorite Frankie Beverly joints. I want to thank you. Oh yeah, baby. Come on, white people. Improve your lives. Tell me that let you like nice things. Like Schultz, thank you so much, Schultze, for letting me know about that. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and keep it pushing here. Is this let me set up. Sorry. Shout out to everybody that in here checking in. Big up to our all of our folks. Regs, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you. And shout out to everybody that's new here. What's up, Don Hammond? You not new, but I appreciate seeing you here. So thank you. Who is that? Oh, Red Sea. Thank you so much. Hey, Rosalba and Northern Witch. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Twitch at BIDWKB on Twitch. Thank you guys. Rosalba, you told me that my package was there. As soon as I get a ride up to the UPS store, baby girl, I'm gonna go get my gift from you. So thank you, Rosalba. I wanted to let you know that somebody told me that the shit was there. As soon as I get a ride, up to the UPS store, I will go up. So thank you, Rosalba. I want you to know that thing came. Ooh, run us some bucks. Kia S, who ran us some bucks here. Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Oh, Steve. Steve, what's up, Steve? Thank you so much, Steve. We appreciate the support. Love Steve. Now, Steve, I don't know the ethnic origin of Brant, but I'm gonna make an assumption. And Steve, I want you to go Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Schultze has given the white man okay. So we wasn't waiting for the white man okay, by the way. But I'm just saying, if you needed the cosign, is Frankie Beverly and Maze worth it? Schultze has said yes. So yes, thank you, Steve Dub. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. All right, y'all. Let me get into this next story. Thank you all so much for being here. Please video a thumbs up. Follow Burn It Down with Brown at BIDWK here on YouTube and around the internet. So this coming out of Texas that we have been following for several months. Covered it extensively on Power Media, especially on the Remix Morning Show. The story of 18-year-old Daryl George, the young black man who is a high school, I can't be clear, is he a junior or a senior, but he's an upperclassman. Daryl showed up to the 2023-2024 year wearing locks. And pretty much almost immediately, Daryl was disciplined for his hair, okay? Because the school system, the independent school district, all these ISDs, that's that out west shit. I don't know nothing about that, but Barbara SD said that Daryl's hair violated code of conduct policy and their code policy, right? However, in Texas, state legislature had recently passed the Crown Act. The Act is that a lot of states have passed. Basically, it is to ensure that especially black folks do not experience discrimination based on their hairstyle. Why? Because black people historically have been criminalized, profiled, isolated, targeted, and singled out because of how we wear our hair. And this is why, very long time, black women in particular chemically relaxed our hair to be straight, to deprive our hair of our natural pattern and to make it straight so as ourselves more people and more accepting and perhaps a little less threatening to white folks, right? It's fucked up, right? We cannot be punitively punished for the way that our hair literally out of our scalp, right? And locks are a form of a protective style. And I love to see so many young black men and boys wearing their hair in that way. However, to protest against Daryl's unjust in school suspension that he is in Daryl's family lawsuit. And now there was a decision rendered. And we're going to go to Fox Fort Worth for that decision and the outcome of that court. Take a look at that.
The family of a Southeast Texas teenager is disappointed with a court ruling that put a new anti-discrimination law to the test. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Today, a judge ruled in favor of Barbers Hill ISD, a small school district near Houston. The district suspended an 18-year-old student, Daryl George, for his dreadlocks, which exceed the dress code length even though he wears them up. The key part of this case is the Crown Act, the Texas law that protects against race-based hair discrimination. But the bill's co-author acknowledged at today's hearing that hair length is not defined in the law. Fox's Jade Fleury was at today's hearing.
Justice for Daryl George! Emotions ran high as a Chambers County judge ruled in favor of Barbers Hill ISD, saying the Crown Act protects male students' hairstyles, but not their hair length.
Over my body will be back here, and he's gonna try it right when he tries it the second time.
Teary-eyed Daryl George and his mother seen leaving the courtroom in disbelief. The 18-year-old Barbers Hill ISD student has spent the majority of his junior year out of the classroom because of the length of his dreadlocks.
I started my dreads for a reason, and that's just to feel close to my people. That's just to feel my ancestors.
George sued the school district after being suspended for his locks, claiming the hairstyle is protected by the Crown Act. Thursday's ruling showed the hairstyle's length is not protected by the new law.
Daryl will have to continue to be in school suspension until the federal case kicks in.
Representative Ron Reynolds, the co-author of the Crown Act, appeared as a witness in the trial.
We will file a new Crown Act that will include hair length because the school district is hell-bent on finding a loophole. They want to violate the spirit of the law.
Barbers Hill ISD said in a statement, in part, the Texas legal system has validated our position that the district's dress code does not violate the Crown Act and that the Crown Act does not give students unlimited self-expression.
Barbers Hill, we have a message for you. We're not going away.
Jade Fleury, Fox News.
That is extremely disappointing, though not unsurprising at all. Y'all, I almost teared up a little bit listening to that young man say that the reason that he chose to grow his hair in locks was to be closer to his ancestors. And that's exactly why he's being punished. Okay. This entire ruling, this entire decision punished is wholesale anti-Black. And you saw the good old boy club activate right on together for that judge to side with the school district and to decide to interpret the law as not including hair length. That easily could have read a different interpretation and ruled in favor. But it is about making sure that Black people are place. You cannot be out here just blacking it up. just all willy-nilly. These children think that Black is beautiful, and the way that they choose to express their Blackness is acceptable out here. No, we're going to punish you. We're going to isolate you. We're going to make sure that you don't get the same high school experience as your peers. You're going to send school suspension for the higher school year, it seemed. Will, if you could pop up the article for me, please, because it really didn't stop there, y'all. It turns out that the superintendent of the Barbers Hill ISD school district decided to take out a full-page ad in the Houston Chronicle to admonish the Chronicle, number one. The Chronicle's editorial board back in January had posted an opinion piece basically slamming the Hill ISD for the way it was treating the child. Well, after this judge's decision, Dr. Greg Poole, who is the superintendent of the Barbers Hill ISD, took out a full page ad in the Houston Chronicle that was basically an opinion piece and saying in effect that to comply is American. To make yourself appear as everybody else is the most American thing you can do. It is so important that people try to fit in, to assimilate is the highest form of Americanism, right? And God damn it, I don't know if he's wrong, which is another reason why history is so fucked up because as much as it touts rugged individualism, conformity, right, is the name of the game. Comply or die is an unspoken mantra that is exercised particularly against Black people and people of color in this country. And let's take a look at Greg Poole here. Yup. And look at him. The picture of mayonnaise. Look at Mr. Mayonnaise right there. Look at Mr. Ritz himself, Mr. Saltine. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can see how that man, a person who looks like that, with those morals and those principles and those that whole veneer of country respectability, I don't know, patriotism. Well, wait. Well, which one is that nigga, Will? Is it the same nigga? There's two niggas up there. Which one is him? Greg Poole. It's him. Okay, well, fuck it. To pick one. Jackson, Porter, and Tyson, pick one. Greg Poole had the audacity, I believe, to use the public school funds to really chastise and embarrass Daryl George and his mother in this way. Basically gloat in a op-ed, full-page op-ed chronicle to gloat that y'all are going to do it the way that white folks did it. We understand that y'all contingent in the state legislature was able to get this Crown Act passed, yada, but it's Texas. Black people, laws don't apply to you. Well, the laws apply to you when we want them to, but the laws that are supposed to protect and uphold your rights, no, them shits is arbitrary. Them shits is voluntary. Like we could uphold them shits. We could not uphold them shits. And if we don't want to, and in the meantime, Daryl suffers. But he's not the only one, y'all. This is just of number one, the ways in which Black children have been targeted for their dress, targeted for their hair. Black girls in particular made to remove hair extensions, been made to remove braids, been demand to change their hair colors if they have different color hair than I suppose than just black and brown. We've seen Black boys, in particular, that infamous incident that happened in New Jersey at a wrestling match where a high school athlete was Black and who was dreadlocked, had his dreads forcibly cut in the gym by a referee in order for the child to be able to participate in a wrestling match. I don't see this shit happening to white children. Hell, I don't even see this shit happening to any other children, to be honest. I know our indigenous brothers and sisters, when they were sent to residential schools and they had their hair cut, like it's something about the whites, well, the racist whites, the racist whites, they want to clip our cultural wings in any way they can. And the reason why they do this shit starting early to children is to try to drill that issue or that concept of assimilation into white westernized appearances and styles of dress and the ways of presenting yourself that's palatable for whites here in the West. You know, do that shit to children so when they get grown, you know, they won't try to buck the system at all. And by bucking the system, I mean simply expressing themselves for being themselves. Because when Black people show up as ourselves, that is system, right? And there's no limit to which racist white institutions and make the American public education system still remain racist white institution. Those racist white institutions will come down on our kids. And my heart just breaks for Daryl and for his mother. Emotion that I know that they were feeling. You could hear it from their comments outside of the courthouse. I know, you guys, they figured, they knew that they was going to go into that out victorious because the law was on their side. But as we know here, guys, not only do Black people not have constitutions in America, we do not have civil rights in America, even laws that are on the books meant to protect us, they may not do so, right? And we continue to be shocked and surprised. I wish I could come up with a better solution to try to help support Daryl and his family. Hell, I wish we could send them people $50,000 so they could get the fuck out of Texas. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, if we was trying to evacuate every nigga from out of Texas, billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to raise billions of dollars. But the problem is they be going from one part of this miserable fucking colony just to another part. The situation may or may not improve, but it definitely seems in areas of this country, Black people absolutely have it hard. And goddamn, Texas, damn, like that shit is stunning. And it is disappointing. It is heartbreaking. And please, wherever you are, and you see children wearing braids, you see young kids wearing braids, teenagers wearing locks, the girls wearing their hair pink, big kids up. Tell them that shit look tight. Well, only if it look. You know what I'm saying? Don't be reward them egg yolk locks and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like it. It reinforced these children's cultural expressions. Okay, tell them that their Black is beautiful. Tell them that there is nothing wrong with the way they wear their hair, so long as it's clean and sure they practicing good hygiene. That's for every fucking body. They're not particular to Black children, but you understand. And I'm so proud. Even though I'm heartbroken for Daryl's, I'm proud of him and his mom for standing so firm and so resolute. And Daryl, I don't know, shape him as a man going forward, but I hope it teaches not to ever bound from crackers. Don't you ever fucking cut your hair for crackers. Don't you ever fucking capitulate yourself culturally for crackers out here. The way he wears hair does not have any impact on his ability to receive education. The reason he's not receiving an education and being socialized in the same way that his peers are is because they are trying to break him down as a Black man in this country. And I want to tell that young brother to don't believe the hype, and you still stand strong out here. Gang, I'm going to call it a night. We had to make this a quick trip. Hold on, let me double check that I didn't miss anything. I'm not sure if I did or not, but hold on, let me scroll. I'd like to thank everybody. Like I said, we're in the middle of our winter fundraiser. You can come support the goddess and the gods here. Please us. $ BIDWKB. You can video us, support at BIDWKB. PayPal. I haven't seen no PayPal popping off. Let's go PayPal.me/BIDWKB and patrons. You guys, I'm going to do a full roll call on Tuesday of everyone that has sent us support already. So don't fret not. I got you coming. Don't you worry. And I appreciate anyone that has signed up and to join us on Patreon at patreon.com/BIDW. Guys, I think we only do 3 fundraisers a year. Our goal this time is $2,500. So I know sometimes in the past we have had some very generous donors that break us off with like 300 times we gotten 500, 600. I'm making a naked appeal to y'all. Don't get me wrong. Them $2 and $5 donations are definitely appreciated. Make no mistake about that. But we can get to a lot quicker if some of y'all ballers would just come up off a couple of them racks. You know what I'm saying? We could be right there. I know we got. Surely we have one baller in the fire fam. Baller, help Eddie else out. Make a big donation so everybody else don't have to, count up their coins and accumulate some stuff to send to us. So listen, we appreciate all support, especially free support is definitely appreciated. Thank you so much to everyone that shows up, participates in the chat, that leaves comments, that likes videos, that is already a channel member, that's already a patron. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. But y'all, it's a grind. YouTube is a slog. And we definitely need to keep that support rolling. So any support that you can extend us during our winter fundraiser, we absolutely appreciate it. So gang, I'm going to push off here. Please don't forget to support all the comrades on YouTube, but Black Power Media, Status Quo News, infinite content out this bitch, Kalechi Okafor, Say Your Mind podcast. All the folks, support. We certainly appreciate it. And we will see you back here on Tuesday for the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. On behalf of Will and Molly, thank you guys so much. See y'all later. Bye.